is how to set up the ClickFix Bikejor setup from Non-stop Dogwear on your bike. If you're new here, my name's Amy. I run Track and Trail Canine Outfitters, an independent dog shop based in Dumfries in southwest Scotland. I specialise in gear that's safe and comfortable for dogs, but I stock a great range of canny sport kit. I'm about to have a go at bikejoring with my dog Max here, who's great at canicross, but we want to give bikejor a try. So I'm going to use the ClickFix adapter with this bikejor arm, which is from Non-stop Dogwear. I do have these in stock, by the way. The link's in my bio if you want to have a look on our website. So I thought it might be helpful to just film a little video, show you how I'm doing it, all the tools you're going to need, and just how easy it is to do. Let's get into it. I do sell two different types of bikejor arm in the shop here. So I have got this one and I've got this one. This is the ClickFix one that we're going to use today. And this comes with the ClickFix adapter that goes onto the front of your bike. If you're going with the ClickFix setup, which I think is really, really great, especially now I've seen all the other bags that I can click onto it as well, then here's how you set it up. So when your order arrives, you're going to get two things. You are going to get the bikejor arm with the adapter on the end that looks like this. And you're going to get the ClickFix adapter in a little box that looks like this. You'll have to forgive my rusty old bike. Let's have a look at what comes inside this box and the tools that you're going to need. So you will have a safety cable, a little instruction leaflet. Have I read it? Yeah. A little bag of screws, one ClickFix adapter, and two of these sets of brackets. You've got two different sizes here, so it depends what size your handlebars are. The tools you're going to need, really, really simple. You'll need a Phillips head or crosshead screwdriver, and you'll need a set of Allen keys. The first thing we need to do is figure out which set of these adapters is going to be the right one for our bike. So we want these as snug as possible. So I'll try the bigger ones on first, just sort of clip them on there. That's quite loose. Let's try the smaller. Oh, perfect. And when I slide those into the middle there, they barely move. So we're going to use the smaller set on this bike. So let's pop one either side of this bit here. So the sort of arms and pins on these loops slide in to the adapter there. You want to have the button on the top. So we're going to set those up and slide those in one side and then the other side. Okay, now we need to secure those in place. I actually found it a lot easier to just spin this up and then put the screws in, and then you can tighten them up once it's in position. Okay, so now we've got our adapter onto our handlebars here, but it's kind of loosey-goosey, so we're going to sort that out. First thing we're going to do is tighten up these screws. So we don't want these to be really, really tight. If you over-tighten them, this isn't going to move, and we do want it to move, and I'll show you why. But also, you can break these adapters. They are made of plastic after all. So just get in there and tighten these up. And just go ahead and tighten them up until you start to feel a little bit of resistance and grip in the movement, but so that they're not over tight that you can't actually move this up and down a little bit. So we're just starting to get that bit more resistance now. So I'm going to give it a few more turns. Okay, so we've got a reasonable amount of resistance there now. The next thing I want to do is to put my grub screws in. So that's those little ones here. So they look like this, and you've got a hole in the middle there. And when you get them, the screw will probably be in. So unscrew that. You can see that that's opening up that hole in the middle. These are hexagonal, so they will stay in place once you put them in. So these go into the holes in the front here. The hole facing upwards. Just push those in. And the same with the other side. So open that one up. And just be careful that you don't open it so far that the screw falls out. So pop that one in. And I'm just going to use my screwdriver just to push them all the way home. You can actually see daylight once you've got them in the right position if you look at it from the back. Let me try and show you that with the camera. So this is us looking down on the adapter from the top. It's quite hard to see, but I think you can just see it on that side. When you've got that screw home, you can see daylight in that hole if I put my finger underneath it. So that is where our cable is going to go through. So before we put the cable in, I'm just going to lift this up ever so slightly And we do want this angled up a little bit before we put the cable in. I'll explain that to you. So pop one side through. And that just goes down through the guide there, through the hole, and you'll feel it come out the other side. And then this goes underneath the middle, back up and over and down into that one. And then that's pushed through the other side there. So your safety cable here does a couple of things. As well as stopping this entire unit from just coming off if these break, it actually acts as a brake to stop this from sliding all the way down, which you don't want. Obviously, if you've got a dog attached on your Bikejor arm, they could be pulling, they might go in a different direction. We don't want this to slip down. And the same if you take your Bikejor arm off and you put one of the packs on here, if you put a heavy bag on, you don't want it to slip down like that. So that cable is going to act as a brake. So we're going to angle this up higher than we actually want it to be, feed this cable through, and then kind of loosely just start to tighten these up a little bit. Tighten up those screws on the front. And this takes a couple of adjustments just to get it in the right place. So tighten those up, press that down, and see where it stops. So that's actually not bad. It went a little bit further than I wanted it to. So I'm going to lift it up ever so slightly. I'm going to open these up again. And I'm just going to make sure that that's pulled through tight and then tighten up those screws. Okay, so now that's tightened up. When I press down on it now, it won't go any further than that. So that is absolutely perfect. This cable is now acting as a brake underneath here, and it's stopping this adapter from moving down. So I can still pull it up if I need to, but it won't go any lower than that. And the next thing you need to do is attach your arm to this. Okay, so it's like a T shape. So this part goes over the top. You can see you've got a lip on the top there. So press your button down, which releases the catch at the bottom there. This goes over the top, over the lip, and then clicks down onto the keeper there. Make sure when you release the button that the catch is coming up in front of the metal there, and that is it, clicked in place. You're ready to go. All you need to do is attach your line. I'm going to use a 2.8 meter bungee. This is again Non-stop Dogwear. This one basically just loops around through itself. So you take the handle, pass that around, and then loop the end of the lead through like that, just through the handle. And it's going to tighten itself around the bar of the bike. So I'm going to pass my lead around the bar of the bike here. Get the very end of the lead, pass that through the handle. And then get that in as flat and tight as you possibly can. If you're using a non-stop one, remember that they are made of bungee, so they will have a little bit more give in them. But that is how you attach your lead. And then the other end, we're going to feed through the arm. So I'm actually going to take that over the top of my cables here so that it doesn't get tangled. And then that's going to feed through this arm here. And you're ready to connect your dog.